I know, you're probably wondering what this show's about. Hang on just a second, I'll tell you. I know, you're probably wondering what this show's about. Hang on just a second, I'll tell you. Turn this shit around. Oh, it says I have one viewer, but that one viewer is myself. Yep, that's me, watching me. I like how there's not a lot of delay time there, though. That's pretty good. Okay, so you're probably wondering what this show is about and what the fuck I'm doing at 12:30 hosting a show. Well, let me try to explain. One, I had to go back up. Let's get rid of the little tiny camera. We don't need that. Little tiny camera, be gone. So, broadcast. PS camera, boop. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay, little tiny camera, be gone. I'm going to start doing shows on a daily basis, like this right here. Let's get that other crap out of the way. I wanted to test something. Let's see if I can pull up a second screen using this. That way I can keep my phone freed up for other things.
Sliding through with them daily blessings and prayers.
Thank you. Who's that? Rome Combos. Sliding through with the daily blessings and prayers. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can hook up this second screen through the Vita and get rid of this music. I don't like the little side pieces. Let's launch this into the AR Studio. Second screen. I'd like to be able to do the second screen with my Vita if possible, so that I can free up my phone to do other things and monitor the chat. If that's possible, then I can do a little bit more with this. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine too. That's fine too. Try closing the following. Okay. Let's see this. Close that. Give me this. Close that too. Okay, now try this again. Okay. See if this works. I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I know it works on my phone, but I'd like to see if it works better on this. Your studio is not yet ready for PlayStation Vita. Okay, that does not work. So, okay, so just close that all together. We don't need this anymore. There you go. Close. Okay, we'll just cut this all the way off. I'm just gonna pull up my Wi-Fi. Put it down here. So I'm gonna start doing this morning show on a daily basis for anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour to keep people updated on what's going on with my show, what my intentions are for my channel. I just redid all the... If you go down to the description and check out the description, you'll see all the new links for my channel. You'll see my Facebook page, my Twitter page, my Twitch channel, which certain games, only certain games, I'm going to start doing over on Twitch. And I'm going to see if I can't find a way to do both, record here on YouTube first live, and then take that same video and push it over to Twitch, stream it there also, so have the same video in both places sometimes, in hopes to reach multiple audiences. So I try to get monetized in multiple ways. I just set up a Facebook page. The Facebook page is still in works. It's up, but I've got all my links set up. I've got links to the channel. I'll be posting news and pictures and events and things of that nature to it. On a daily basis here, though, when I start doing this, I'll be going over... I got a couple of notebooks here. Let's see. That I've been kicking up ideas for the show. Let's get rid of this music, though, because that is obnoxious. Let's see, second screen. Let's get rid of that. Yep. I'm loving how they got that fixed. Let's see, let's go music and sound. And let's just stop all of that mess. Let's throw up a couple of the banners that I've put together in the last couple of days. been tinkering with these things, and I kind of like how they're coming through. Let's throw one last one together right here. This is my community. There we go. That's the community for my GTA stuff. So if you're looking for a way to connect when I'm doing my car shows and the live streams throughout my GTA, if you go to your PlayStation and look for that community, that's me and my wife and all of our collected friends, who all of my friends are friendly. All of my, well, let me rephrase that. They're not friendly, but they're all helpful people. They're all aggressive in their own way, be it that the game is GTA, but they're all reasonable people. And at my events are non-violent events. Any stupidity is instantly kicked, banned, and removed from my shows. Be it that it's there
Jaw
on
is about to be over Red Dead 2 LOL.
Yes, it is about to be over, and I am very excited for Red Dead. Red Dead is one of the few things on my to-do list that as soon as it comes out, I will most likely be doing a lot of stuff over there. And I almost don't that GTA is over, only because it's been 4 years and there is an absolute ton of content still coming out on it. Matter of fact, what's today? Today's Monday. Tomorrow there'll be a new car coming out, and I know there's at least one update left, because when you go into the weapon shop, there's the gun rack on the right side has always been the DLC weapons and stuff, and there's still one slot left on that thing. So I know they got at least one more coming. I've heard about 3 different rumors, and I say rumors because nothing is confirmed yet. You know how Rockstar likes to keep things tight-lipped. And I think I've heard rumors of nightclubs, I've heard rumors of mansions, and I've heard rumors of naval bases. So like aircraft carriers and stuff. So I'm not sure how much of what is true, but it is still something to look forward to, and there is still a lot to do in the game. The few things that I don't do in GTA is
They moved the fan finally in the gun shop.
they move the fan. Huh? I didn't notice that. Uh, Good tip though. Um, but what was I going to say? Mm, I lost track. But yeah, I think it'll kick around. I think they're trying to milk it for as much as possible. Oh, I remember. The one thing you won't see me do when playing GTA is you won't see me showing people how to do glitches. You may see me helping friends do them. You may see me giving cars to people, but you will never see me put out like how-to glitches on money, or I may show wall breach glitches. But these are tactical things. These are not. I don't want to be known for the money glitches. There's already plenty of people doing that. Dead
Greetings.
Gaming and Lispy. Hello. Dead Gaming and Lispy and Alex KD and a whole bunch of other people. They're already all over those things, and I've done small ones before, just between the friends that I have on PlayStation, and it becomes taxing, because people seem to think that because I know a glitch that I am obligated to help them do it, or that's like the only reason they will hit me up. They won't hit me up to play, they won't hit me up to do anything in the game or do any kind of missions or MC stuff or work jobs, none of that stuff. They'll just hit me up and go, hey, do you know how to make some money right now? And then as soon as they get what they want, they dip out, so they kind of act like fair weather friends, which is exactly why I don't want to do that in my channel, because I'm afraid if I do that in my channel, then that's all I'm going to be known for, and I do not want to do that. I want to make my channel about more than that. So got a notebook here full of notes, full of plans for the channel, and I can go over a quick few with you right here, right quick. I'm gonna take these pens off of here. These are my notebooks. This is I can't see them right now. Here, let me slide that tab over to. Let me move it over on the desk one. Yeah, let's move that. So let's take down this one, take out this one, take this one, and put in this one. There we go. Oh wait, that's not the right one. This is my new message for sending people when, I don't know if you've ever been playing GTA and you wreck somebody, and they'll either send you an in-game text, calling you names, or trolling you or whatever, trying to get your aggro up, Or sometimes, and this is the one I made this picture for. Sometimes people will go and they'll grab your profile and they'll send you personal messages through PSN, and I get these a lot. So I send people back this picture. I don't say nothing. I just send them back this picture. I mean, like, I don't know what game you're playing, but this is a part of it. If you're in a public lobby, this is a part of it. So no crying. And but that's not the picture I meant to put up. I meant to put up. Oh no, it disappeared. No, there it is. I meant to put up that picture so that you can see how to get to my community. I don't deal with trolls in any kind of way. I don't argue with nobody. I don't deal with trolls. I don't, for most of my shows, and I say most because I will have a select few where I'm going to show, like I'm fixing to get into these notes here, I'll show how to game as a family, because my oldest son is 13 and he's got his own PS4, and there's certain games I let him play. I do not let him play GTA. I still do not think that GTA is a game for kids in any kind of way. I know a lot of people will let theirs, and all I can say about that is maybe they don't love their kids enough. Maybe they don't care about the environment that they're putting them in. They don't realize what the GTA community is like. In this day and age, in order to protect your kids, you can't just cut them loose with a controller in their hands. You actually have to be able to get into where they are. You have to be able to stand next to them to protect them. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just give them a game and trust that the ESRB rating on the thing is what it says, because it's not. Games, just like TV shows, slide all kinds of things under the radar. And the ESRB rating system is not like any other rating system
Now
in the
my
world.
son can play anything but ta.
Yeah. 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 I mean, just about anything but GTA, I'm good with. But you still have to be careful in the environment that you let them in on. You still have to, like, there's predators everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And as a parent, that is a terrifying thought. So you have to be able to, if they've got a system, if they're able to play, you have to be able to, like, join in at any given time. So, like, my kids, all of the games that they have, I also have. So I can come in and see what's going on and check on them from time to time. And like, for the PlayStation, when they're in parties and stuff, because he's got his little Turtle Beach headset and all that stuff, for any parties that he's in, I also want to be able to, the rule is the party has to stay open so that I can come in and check on them and make sure that they're behaving themselves, that nobody's in there acting lewd, that there's nobody causing a bad influence on my son, because I have worked really, really hard to get him to where he needs to be and get him doing the things that he needs to do. So those are just my parental notes. But my new
Yeah, he
shows.
plays right here in the front room.
No, actually, he's got a 43 inch in his bedroom, and his PlayStation in there, and his brothers and sisters. His two brothers have Vitas, and the reason that I got them Vitas instead of PS4s is because they're younger. They're 8 and 9, and be it that they're younger, I'm also teaching them online etiquette. Which is basically, I don't want to raise trolls. I don't want to raise a bunch of squeakers who are being obnoxious to other people, because in case they do run across adults, in case they do run across other kids, I don't want them shouting at people from other rooms, screaming on top of each other. I've taught them the etiquette, that there's a little bit of delay time between when you're in a conversation with somebody, and that when somebody says something, you want to give it about 30 seconds to make sure that they're finished talking before you start talking, because when two people talk on top of each other, you can't hear nobody. So I've kind of, manners and rules and etiquette, and this goes along with teaching them things like, you don't never tell nobody your real address. You don't tell nobody where you live. You don't tell nobody your real name. You don't tell them how old you are. You watch out for any kind of adults who start asking weird questions like that, or start doing inappropriate things. They know to come get me, to tell me, and take pictures of their name, send it to me so that I can take care of it, because I just won't have it. Real life or not, they're my children, and it's my job to protect them. So I take that pretty serious. But there'll be times when it's just me and the kids playing. There'll be times when it's just me and my wife playing. My wife also plays GTA with me. She helps me run the car shows and stuff that I do, and we do a lot of stuff together. As you can see, she's in the pictures down there in the community. But I'll be doing more GTA car shows. I'll be doing daily things like this. I'll probably do these every morning as I'm sitting and having my coffee. Oh, put that ashtray up here. As I'll be sitting and having my coffee, I'll do these morning updates. Sometimes it'll be things that I'm
Good
planning
father
on.
right here, salute bro.
Thank you. So sometimes it'll be things that I'm going to be doing through the channel through the day. Sometimes it'll be things going on in the news. Um, I'll also be doing some VR stuff. So I've got things like Rec Room and Rush of Blood and things like that. That's all I've really got right now because I'm kind of picky about what I spend my money on. As a father, as a gamer, I don't like wasting money. One of the things I hate the most is buyer's remorse. I hate buyer's remorse. How many times have we bought a game or bought something, some gear, an add-on, a game, something, and you were just so disappointed with it, man. And just within seconds, you instantly regretted it, but you couldn't get your money back. And places like GameStop and other gaming stores, they take advantage of this. They rip you off instantly, and then when you go to trade them back, they only give you a small fraction of what you paid for it. There's not like, I think there should be a place a little more like GameFly. I don't understand why there's not. There should be like a GameFly system in place in GameStops so that you get a chance to try what you want before you actually buy it, so that you don't wind up with buyer's remorse. Because once $10 to rent a game or $5 to rent a game per day, just to make sure that you know that you want to buy it, that doesn't seem like a big deal to me, because you can usually tell within the first 24 hours of playing something whether you're going to get into it or not. Me personally, I know the types of games that I like and the stuff that gets me interested. Usually it's online stuff. But I'll be doing some VR stuff. I'll be doing me plays with me and my wife, which will mostly consist of when it's me and her playing. When it's GTA,
Gamefly
sometimes.
and Redbox the best.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the greatest ways to test out those games, to make sure you like it before you make a purchase or dedicate yourself to something. But when me and my wife play, sometimes it'll be me and her playing GTA, just me and her. Sometimes it'll be me, her, and the crew. Sometimes it'll be me and the crew. I've got a crew that, even though I carry my own tag, I'm 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 actually in another crew that I fully support and go with, and then we have alliances with several others. And there's really only about 3 crews that I run with that are people that I all know are good people. I don't hang out with squeakers. I don't hang out with trolls. I don't. I hang out with people who have good sensibility and good humor. That they're the kind of guys that, when you play with them, they keep you laughing. They have the ability that you can bounce a joke off of them, and the laughs just steadily stay rolling. And I will most likely be doing those probably on a nightly basis. I usually try to do those after my kids go to bed. My kids go to bed about 8 o'clock or so Central Time. So usually after they go to bed is when I'll start playing. And I have to I keep myself down a little. Like, you can hear me fine, but hopefully my kids don't, because I don't want them. Like, I won't even let my kids watch me play GTA, because I won't lie. I'm pretty good, and I'm kind of mean when I play GTA, only because that's the game. It's aggressive. Sometimes when it's me and my wife, we'll play other games. So we've got uh, what are the other games we got? I forgot to make a list for that. But we've got several other games that me and her play together, like 7 Days to Die, Terraria, Minecraft, Trove. We've also got the Metal Gear 5, GTA, Tekken 7. We've also got, what are some of the 2 players I'm trying to find here? Sometimes Little Pig Planet, Tricky Towers. We have more than this somewhere. I just don't remember what they are. We've got other PlayStation Plus games that I don't remember the titles of, but there's some uh, there's some usually first person shooters. I'm not a huge fan of first person shooters, but my wife is. She's a huge fan. Also, later today, I'll be setting up her channel, and there'll be a second channel because I've also got a camera in the bedroom, and we'll be setting up a second channel for her because me and her have different tastes in games. So she'll have a channel that's dedicated to hers, and sometimes you'll see us playing together, and you'll be able to see it from 2 different views. Sometimes it'll be us playing completely separate games on our own independently. And to be completely honest with you, I expect that she'll probably get more views than me, only because people tend to watch female gamers more than they do males. People are really interested in those kinds of things, and I have no objection to it. She's grown, she knows how to handle herself, and she's been playing online long enough that she knows the etiquettes to things. And
I subbed. Keep up the great work.
thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, I'll also be doing live streams of. Oh wait, like I said, yeah, those are the me and the wifey ones, and then I'll also be doing some stuff with my kids, which right now it'll only be my youngest son, or I'm sorry, my oldest son, because I'm still teaching him the etiquette. I'm still my my objective is to get it so ingrained into him in how to play online, to keep him happy, let him have fun, but at the same time protect him and teach him how to protect himself. Because that's ultimately a parent's job. It's not just your job to love him and feed him and support him and, all this no matter what stuff. Sometimes you have to give them the hard lessons. Sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do, because our job as parents is not to protect our children, it's to teach our children how to protect themselves. Because you have to understand that one day you're not going to be around anymore. One day they're going to have to rely on themselves, and you have to teach them how to do that. So this is in one small way of how I'm doing that. Teach him how to protect himself, how to not let what other people say affect your mood or alter your perception of something. Don't let what somebody else says discourage you in any kind of way. One of the strongest
Online can be dangerous.
It can, which is exactly why I stay monitoring him. The deal is he is not allowed to be in a game that I can't get into, and he is not allowed to be in a party that I cannot get into. So every now and then you'll see me, I'll pop from one party to another to go check and see what he's doing, make sure he's behaving himself, check on his friends, I have to be able to see all of his stuff. And sometimes we'll be playing stuff together so that I can slowly coax him into these things, teach him how to be respectable, teach him how to be a good person as a gamer, not just a person, but because I don't want my kid to think that, because there's a lot of people that have this disillusionment that the people that they play with online are somehow these fictional fucking people that exist in some kind of alternate plane of reality, or it's only in their imagination, or it's like some kind of magical voice coming
My
out of their
son play
TV.
Call of Duty on PS3, no mic lol.
Yeah, my kids do too. My youngest ones, they play it on the 3, and the deal with that is I have to be, if I can hear it in there, I keep it loud enough that even from in here I can hear if there's an adult in there on the PS3 being inappropriate, and I'll just tell them to change lobbies or something, or I'll tell them to go play zombies or do something with just their friends. Um, I also have all of my friends, because I've got 4 kids in the house. I've got 3 boys and a little girl. The little girl tends to play on her tablet more than anything else. She likes watching little cooking shows
Mute the
and stuff like that.
dumbasses.
What's that? Oh yeah. Sometimes I mute them, but at the same time, I don't want the kids playing with people like that anyway, because they tend to do dirty things, and I don't want them picking up those kinds of habits. So I'll just tell them to change lobbies or to switch to another game type or something where they get away from those people. Um, So sometimes the family plays will be me, my wife, and my son playing Minecraft, Terraria, 7 Days to Die, Trove, sometimes Metal Gear. We've got a couple of games that we all have in common. And then sometimes it'll be different live streams of just me playing stuff. I'm going to start putting the titles into my shows better. So like you probably see the title for this is the morning show beta, because I have no idea what I'm going to call this yet. I'm still trying to come up with an original name. I'm still kind of spitballing all these things as time goes on. I'm going to start posting the car shows at least a week ahead of time in the Facebook page that I've created, and I'm fixing to do a little updating on that with the pictures and such here in just a little bit. I think I found a way to put some videos in the title screen there for
Is
that too.
7 Days to Die any good?
7 Days to Die is actually kind of fun. It's kind of like a mix between Call of Duty, Zombies, and Minecraft. You still have to like find and scavenge everything that you need, but you have to build in order to protect yourself and survive. And every 7 days, a huge horde of zombies come through. Like there's always zombies at night, and there's usually some scattered around during the day, but during the day they move kind of slow. At night they move kind of quick. But then every 7 days, like you get this huge wave, this huge horde that just pushes through and tries to annihilate you, and you have to build up your resources in a base or a house or something like that that you kind of fortify and try to protect yourself and stay alive for those 7 days. Um, and then after that 7th day is over, it rolls over, and then the 14th day is harder than the 7th day, and then so on and so on and so on. So like the 21st day is harder, and then the 28th day is harder, and then so on and so on and so on. So like every 7 days gets harder and harder and harder as those waves push through. I think as you reach like 240 something or something like that, like close to a year in game time, I think it maxes out, it tops out, and then
Have
just
you
stays
checked
that hard.
Friday the 1/3 and Dead by Daylight out great?
Uh, Friday the 13th, Dead by Day. Oh, yeah, Dead by Daylight. Death by Daylight, I've heard was pretty good. And Friday the 13th, I haven't had a chance to check that out, but I really, really want to, because it was actually, a lot of people don't know this, but that Friday the 13th game used to be, the director of
In
that.
by that 7 Days to Die then.
Oh, let me check that again. Come on. That thing is being silly. Yeah. The Friday the 13th one. What was his name? Um, the guy that used to do Adam. What is his name? It's Adam something. But he used to be, if you guys remember the channel G4 that used to be on, the tech channel, the nerd channel, used to have Attack of the Show and X Game, or yeah, X Games, and they had that one show that was like a review show for games and tips and guides, and they had silly little skits and stuff like that. Well, the dude Adam Sessler, that was his name. Adam Sessler is actually the director of the game. He fully funded that whole thing. He got Kickstarters and everything together, and he finally made a game. And from what I understand, it's one of the best. It's one of the greatest, like scariest and multiplayer games that has come out so far. I've heard really, really good things about it. I haven't had a chance to play it myself, but I do hear a lot of good things about it. I really would like to try it, and at some point I will get it. Um, Hopefully, if this channel picks up, I'll have more and better games to review that I can keep up with, along with Red Dead and GTA. Because to be honest, Red Dead and GTA are they're just my favorites. Only because the community is so expansive and you can do so much in there. There's such a combination of you can you got your social aspects, you got your battle aspects, you got your car people, you got your races, you got your shooters, there's so much in that one game. You can do a
Red
ton of
Dead.
stuff. Yeah, oh, Red Dead's going to be awesome. I can't wait for Red Dead. Red Dead 1 was really, really good, and Red Dead Revolver was awesome too. I can't wait till both of them kick up. But that's at least 6 different types of shows that some of them I'll be, excuse me, some of them I'll be doing on a daily basis. Some of them I'll be doing on a weekly basis. The car shows will be for everybody. I'm going to make a special crew between me and my wife, and we'll host them in secure places. It's a little tip I picked up through someone else that if you make a crew only session and you make it like 4 crews, that,
GTA is just old to me. I've supported that game for
oh yeah, yeah. It's still kind of to me it's still interesting because it's upgraded so much. When it first came out, it was more street level crime. It was heists and stuff like that. And you'd have armored cars, but now as time has gone on, we got like military grade warfare going on. You've got the hangars and the bombers and the planes that can ride on boats. They can put the DeLorean in that can fly everywhere. They got the oppressor, which is like a glider with a rocket strapped on a motorcycle. They've got the aerial strikes now. What is it? The orbital cannon. They've got so many different things that you can do to play with your friends and with people. And a friend of mine said something to me not too long ago that at first I was offended, but then when I thought about what he said, I actually figured before I said anything back, I figured out he was right. I asked him, I was like, "Well, do you guys have GTA? Do you guys play GTA?" And he goes,
it's one
"No."
of the best multiplayer game out. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It really depends on your community too. It really depends on like who you play with and what kind of friends you have, and how good your support group is, because it's definitely, and this is where the comment that my friend said that comes into play, is I asked him if him and his wife had it, and he goes, "No, I don't play MMOs." And at first I'm like, I was offended. I was like, it's not an MMO. It's a shooter. It's a racing game. Fuck, he's right. And I got to thinking about it, because you can't get far if you don't have people in there to help you with your CEO businesses, your MC businesses, the facility, the bunker, the hangar, all of these things. If you don't have friends to help you do them, friends that you can actually count on, who are good players, who you like hanging out with, if you don't have people like that, it is a really, really difficult game, especially doing them in the public lobbies, which is a part of why I'm going to put it into my streams, because over the last year, I'd say, one, I've become way more aggressive than I used to be. I used to be kind of passive. I was just in it for fun. I wanted to tinker around with cars and mess around a little bit. But as the year has gone on, I've gotten a lot more serious about it. Like, anybody gets in my vicinity and they don't have a blue marker on them, I'm killing them. It ain't personal. It's just I'm not going to let anybody get near me and mess with my stuff. So if anybody comes near me and they don't have that blue ring around them, they're dead. It's not personal. It's just how it is. And um, just a second. I've picked up a lot of tricks in the last year and a half. How to protect yourself, how to get yourself out of hot situations. Now, I don't like the try harding stuff with things like disappearing or going. They call it passive popping, which you probably know what that's code for. But they'll pop in and out of passive. They'll pop out of passive, kill somebody, and go back into passive real quick. Man, I hate that stuff. So the two things I never do is I never go passive and I never go off the radar. If I'm going to fight somebody, I'm going to let them know I'm coming. They're going to see me coming. Now, if I'm done and I'm out of the fight and I'm over with it, I will teleport out. I'll use the fast travel to get myself out of the situation, or I'll blow myself up. And I know a lot of people call that tryharding when you kill yourself, but there are strategic reasons for doing that. One, it gets the cops off of you instantly. There's no more, you don't have to deal with the cops. You don't have to worry about them stealing whatever vehicle you have, for causing any kind of trouble. You blow yourself up, you come back and there's no cops. You get full health back. So if you've almost got killed and then say there's another guy.
I never kill unless I'm shot or shot at.
Yeah, I try not to, and I would love for that to be the policy, but too many times I've given somebody the benefit of the doubt, and then the second later, as soon as I turn my back, they start shooting at me. So I've adapted that as the policy. Normally, if they've got a blue ring, I leave them alone. That's a friendly, that's somebody I know, that's somebody I'll vouch for, or sometimes I'll make friends with people in the lobby, and to be honest, some people, a lot of the greatest people I've met and hang out with now, or people that we initially got into a fight in GTA. We were warned with each other, and we would get to laughing or make some kind of joke, or we would both recognize that we were good players, wind up becoming friends, and I've met some of the coolest people that way. Um, but if you kill yourself, you instantly get the cops off of you. You instantly get your health back, and it also moves you a little bit away from wherever you were. So let's say you get surrounded by people. If you kill yourself like 3 times, it will push you out of the area to where you are no longer surrounded. That you gain the advantage. And you don't have to worry about somebody almost killing you, and you kill them, and then another guy sneaks up on you and just one little thing kills you. You don't have to worry about that. It also holds your KD. Now, that's definitely a try-harding tactic, and I am not proud of it. But to be honest, I've only gotten into keeping my KD here, I'd say in the last 2 months. Up to this point, I think before like 2 months ago, I think my KD was kind of crappy. It was like 0.97 or something like that. And through just a little bit of effort over the last month and a half, I've gotten it up to zero. No, I'm sorry. I've gotten it up to 1.22, I think. I think that's what it was at last night when I checked it. I'm up to 1.22. And there's just so much to do, and I meet such interesting people, and you can get a large group of people together and have a lot of fun doing that stuff. So I was coming up with stuff for the car shows and ideas. I think last night I figured out a way that after the car shows, I do it like, I don't do my car shows like regular car shows. Regular car shows are like you show up to a place, you show off the cars, and that's about it. No, we do our car shows different. We show up to a place, and we'll meet together somewhere, and then nobody knows the locations except for where we're going to actually do the car show at, except for me and the car show committee, which is about me and 5 other people. And we'll drive from the initial meeting spot on motorcycles to the shoot location. The whole time I'll be live streaming the whole event, and then I'll also be taking in-game captures periodically throughout the event. So like a little bit at the bar, a little bit on the bike ride, and then once we get to the shoot location, I'll do a little bit more there. My car shows do not have winners, as far as I'm concerned, and the way I look at it, everybody is the winner at a car show, because you got to see a lot of original costumes and cars. The car shows are also themed most of the time. We'll have some kind of theme to go along with it, a 50s theme, or an outer space theme, or like a cowboy theme, and everybody kind of dresses up and brings cars that kind of coincide with those things. And so we'll make it all the way to the shoot location. We'll do a little bit of stuff at the shoot location, and then after that, I'll show them either an Easter egg in the game, some kind of wall breach glitch, or we'll go do some stunt jumps somewhere, which, like, instead of just going to stunt jumps, we'll go to some nice big areas, and we'll pull out things like ramp buggies or rocket cars or stuff like that. Things that we can just kind of play with and get some fun footage out of, where everybody does a little bit of silly stuff. Or one of the thing that I just came up with last night, I think I figured out a way to do like a fight club kind of thing, to where we can do boxing matches in the open lobbies in a fair way, to where like I can map out a
The
circle.
liveliest news, I remember glitching cars that had live.
Yeah. There actually is a car duplication method right now, and like I said, you won't see me put up those glitches. But if you look in my channel, if you go to my playlist in those channels, you'll see a playlist called GTA Glitches Updated Daily, where there are a couple of sources that I use that I know are reliable, and after I watch these videos and I proof them to make sure that they work, I add them into that list. So if you go to the very bottom of that
I don't
playlist,
glitch.
yeah, I'd love to say I don't, but I only do it for the money, because otherwise the money can be a really, really hard grind. And I don't want anybody to have to pay for a shark card that ultimately I've seen people have so much buyer's remorse
I
from
got
those.
billions lol.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's all. You don't have to worry about them. Yeah, yeah. Some people were able to make it over, but with the PS3 and Xbox transfer over to 4 and the Xbox One. But after that cutoff date, people had a lot of trouble building up their characters, and so there's a lot of glitches for both jobs and card duplications that I help people with from time to time to help them build up their characters. Some friends I have, they it happens. If you're a good player, you're going to wind up in a bad sport from time to time, which I still think is ridiculous. They give us all these weaponized vehicles, but then tell us not to blow up other people's personal vehicles. If they didn't want us to blow up other people's personal vehicles, why did they give us homing rockets? Why did they give us the ability to blow those things up?
I
That
help
kind of.
friends with missions and give them
I do too. I do the same thing. Yeah, because I make all of my money
missions.
independently. Yeah, I do the exact same thing. If I help somebody with a job or with a mission or with a heist, I give them all of the money. I take as little as I can. That's the one thing I don't like about the new heists that they gave. The pro to it is you get a new fast travel out of it. If you keep a heist open, you've got a second place to fast travel to. But the downside is when you actually do a heist with somebody, you can't take any less than 15%. You can't take 0%. And then even after it, you can't give somebody else that 15% cut that you had, which I wish you could do, because ultimately I don't need the money for that. I've been working on mine just to get the reduced prices, which I don't know why. I guess I just want to finish them because I already own all the stuff that I have. I think I'm currently sitting on like 22 million, and I've got about 36, no, 26 more vigilantes to sell. And I'm going to pick up a couple of rare cars later tonight. I'm going to pick up a special tank. I'm going to pick up a tank tonight that's got the Benny's wheels on it. It's got the Patriot smoke for the tires, and it's got the oh, what was the name of that artificial intelligence? That AI robot or whatever. I forgot what it was called, but it's got his emblem on it. Um, and I'll be picking that up later tonight. Mm. That particular tank I'll also be able to stick it in another garage. So I'll have a tank in a special garage. I thought about getting some planes, but to be honest, I'm not big on planes. I've got some buddies who are really, really good with jets and stuff, but I've just never been very good at it. I wind up wrecking a lot, and I like being on the ground anyway. I like something that I can transfer from going really, really fast to switching to being on the ground. So most of the time, the way I play, I stay in my MC most of the time, and I stay on my oppressor most of the time. I use the MC that when I run out of missiles, I just send it back and call it back in, and it's instantaneous. I have no lag time for waiting on a mechanic or anything, and I can just hop right back on that bike and go straight to wherever the fight is. I can zoom in, I can take out whatever, with the oppressor. I can take out tanks, I can take out any kind of militarized vehicle that's on the ground. A lot of times jets. I've made a couple of videos where people thought that they were going to get me because they thought they had a jet, and I'm a wiggly little shit on that oppressor, man. I can slide in and out of stuff. I love dodging rockets. It's so exhilarating to survive by the skin of your teeth. I used to be able to say that nobody had ever beat me on an oppressor, but about a week ago, somebody finally got me. And up to that point, nobody had ever beat me in an oppressor fight. Nobody had ever beat me in a jet fight. And I thought I was doing pretty good, but I came across somebody who apparently has had as much practice as I had, and he finally got me. Uh, but that's just a quick list of all the shows that I'll be doing. I'll be scheduling them out at some point, and I just put new links in the description to show my Facebook page, my Twitter page, my Twitch channel, and my donation places, because until I get monetized, I have to rely on donations to keep me going with this. Later today, I should be picking up some more subs. I've got another group that I've got to talk to, that I'll be doing here in just a few minutes. I'll also, for PlayStation players, if you check out my community for GTA, you can meet a lot of my friends at these car shows. I mean, we can only fit 30 people into a room, but that actually winds up being a lot of stuff. You can go back and look over the live streams. We usually do them at Friday nights around 9. So if you find the videos that were done on Friday nights around that time, those were the live streams for that. But then if you look, there's a section called GTAO AMVs that are music videos that I made, and those are basically my commercials. Excuse me. Those are the commercials, or the highlight reel, basically, for the car shows that I did. I stick a little bit of music to them. I try to sync them up and make them look cool, but I basically use those things as commercials for the channel. I think I may use car show number 10 on the Facebook page later to actually add it in for the video that displays in the background of the page later. I've actually got two concepts I'm going to try to do through that. I think for the phone, I'm going to try to make a slideshow, and I think this and a few other pictures that I have of group photos and stuff is I'm going to slide in for the slideshow for the pictures for the phone. And then I've got a video that I'll put up for the users who come in on PCs and laptops and things of that nature. But I've got a few other things I got to kick around today. I need to finalize all the shows that I just went over. Don't have official titles yet. I'm going to start titling them different. I'm going to start making sure that all of the links and everything that I've put in the description for today are in all of my future videos and stuff. And I will, in these morning shows, I will actually kind of go over what I'm going to do. You'll see me planning out what I'm going to do for my day. You see me go over news and stuff like that and talk about what I'm going to do later that day, or the things that I have intended to come later in the week. But I'm going to start doing these right here every day to kind of show you how I game and what I'm gaming with and what I plan on doing, and you know, help introduce both myself and the kind of person I am, the kind of gamer I am, the kind of father I am, you know. This is a way you'll see. Sometimes you'll see me sitting here on the couch. Sometimes you'll see me sitting in my gaming chair. And uh, just a little personal info. I have ADD. I have adult ADD, and my attention span tends to hop all over the place. And you can see how it reflects as such in my notes, in my speech, and in my chair, especially in my chair, because my chair is a little ridiculous. It doesn't have any of the stuff hooked up to it right now, but my chair is, it's a little bit of overkill. I've got everything I could possibly need in the chair, so I won't have to get up too much. And when you actually see me playing a game, I'll be sitting in the chair and you'll see me in a widescreen to the back left. I just added this in the other day. I really like that. I'm going to figure out a way to do it a little better, but I made a little apostrophe. I'm going to figure out a way to rig it up a little better. The strings don't show up when I've got my green screen down, so it looks a little better than what it does right now. But I'm about to go ahead and connect with a couple of friends, get these other things rolling. And apparently there's a blower going in my hallway in the apartments. As soon as I find out what my plan is for the next car show, I'm going to post that and get that ball rolling on the next car show. I've also got a couple of skits planned out, but to be honest, I'm trying to stray away from doing the skits. I had this concept idea of a mix between like a GTA, Robot Chicken, and Beavis and Butthead, where it was like me and my friends pretending like we were sitting watching TV while we watched these other skits that were made in GTA, kind of like the Robot Chicken thing. And I made one small episode, but it takes so long to make those things. It took me about a month and a half to make an episode that was, I think it was less than 10 minutes. And I was like, that's way too long. That's, you know, I had to spend so much time working on that. Oh, another thing. I'm glad I thought of this. Another thing I'll be adding in. Where's my professional notes? Another thing I'll be adding in is the editor. Editing process. The editing process for the videos and the car shows, I do all through either the Rockstar for the GTA stuff. I use the in-game Rockstar editor to capture the angles that I want. And then once I'm finished, I move them over to the Share Factory, and then I cut them and split them, and I do the final editing process there, and I stick whatever music I want. Part of the thing to my channel is everything I do consists of the PlayStation. Whether it's the pictures that I get, the videos that I make, the streams that I do, everything stays on the PlayStation. So all of the stuff that I'm doing, I don't take it to a PC. The only things I do from PC or from my phone are manage the Twitter pages and the Facebook pages and stuff like that. But the actual productions, the games, the green screen stuff, the camera stuff, the playroom stuff, everything you see here, all of this has come together using only the PlayStation. And that's one of the things I want to show, how you can, it's not the gear you have, it's not the money you have, it's the ideas you have. It's how you know how to figure out how to bring people together, help everybody have fun, teach them some things they didn't want to know, guide new parents or parents of new teenagers into a gaming world where they can still be safe and you can still take care of them and still help guide them along their way. So hopefully I'll have a lot of this stuff coming and you'll be able to see and do a lot more with me as time goes on. And I'm about to wrap this up. But until next time, or tomorrow morning, or later this afternoon, I will be back here shortly. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, donate if you can. Please, all the help that I can get is extremely appreciated, man. It means the world to me and my family to be able to continue to do what we love for things that we care about. So until next time, folks, we'll see you later. Have a good one.